Peace, family. My name is Vicki Dillard for African Diaspora News Channel. Thank you so much for tuning in, family. Certainly, you all have been seeing our coverage on the outrageous arrogance, temerity, criminality of illegal migrants that come to this country, burn flags, spit, steal, kill, destroy, and some more stuff. Talk black to me, somebody, and got the nerve to demand more and more and more and more tangibles, housing, money, contracts, health care, and the government gives it to them with very little pushback. Now, with that being said, illegal immigrants, illegal, unlawful. That's the focus. You understand? Well, I want you to keep that in mind because it's really been going down in LA, right? I just want to give you a quick reminder. If you look at this AP report, this piece from even 2024, you all know I've been doing back-to-back coverage. If you've been keeping up with my work here, just pull it up in the search engine here or check out the app for African Diaspora News Channel on all major app platforms. This headline says, California lawmakers pass landmark bills to atone for racism, but hold off on fund to take action. How many of y'all know about that? How many of you all know that the California lawmakers there, the legislative Black caucus there, they sabotaged their own bill to fund and to push forward reparations. That's what I want to remind you all of, right? There's an overwhelming large number of Democrat Black California lawmakers that sabotage their own bill to appease the Democrat Party and to disrespect their Black constituency, right? It goes on to, in this article, it says how California lawmakers this week passed some of the nation's most ambitious legislation aimed at atoning for a legacy of racist policies that drove disparities for Black people from housing to education to health. None of the bills will provide widespread direct payments to African Americans. Now, that's just a quick little reminder. You can research that. Go look at my previous broadcast for more of a context. I want you just to have that in the back of your mind. Now, look at this news that just came out the other day from Los Angeles Times. Headline, LA County to create fund. Somebody say money. Somebody say money. Somebody say cash money for immigrants affected by ICE raids. Now, what they didn't do is tell you illegal criminal migrants. Lawmakers put together a fund and urged and put together money, cash money for migrants, felons, criminals. But don't pass legislation for foundational Black Americans in their own state. Talk black to me, somebody. It says a cash fund for families financially reeling from ongoing federal immigration raids will be up and running within a month, according to Los Angeles County officials. The Board of Supervisors, y'all listen, voted 4-0 on Tuesday to create the fund, fueled by philanthropy and focused on workers and their families in small LA County cities and unincorporated areas. Details on the fund were sparse. It was unclear who would be eligible or how much a family could expect to collect. For almost 2 months, the Trump administration's sweeping raids have petrified residents across the region, with immigration agents snatching people from swap meets, car washes, Home Depot parking lots, and street corners. Y'all listen to this. Church pews, hospitals, and whole neighborhoods have been emptier than usual. Many say they're scared to go to work as they weigh the necessity of collecting a paycheck against the risk that they might be arrested and deported because they're illegal felons. They're illegal criminals. They're tripping about what's happened to them for the past 60 days, the past 2 little old months, but they're not concerned about those of us that have been experiencing hell for the past 2, 3, and 400 years. Let me hit the gavel on that. Do you all see how there's cognitive dissonance, there's mental illness, there's craziness, and some of y'all are out of y'all mind and you're anti-civilized when you think and act like this is normal and right to do this? You see how something is really, really wrong with you? You see why you get the extraordinary pushback that you're getting from us? And most importantly, you see how you're getting all this crazy karma? And it's not going to stop. And we're going to make sure of it. Because how dare you treasonous Negro officials do this to us? The Congressional Black Caucus on the federal level needs to be investigated. Karen Bass, the Black mayor there, needs to be investigated. The entire California Legislative Caucus there needs to be investigated, because how many of y'all been seeing my coverage where I showed you all that there was receipts and confessions from people on the ground there where I played you all the audio recording of one of the top organizers there on the grounds for reparations that exposed the fact that the Legislative Congressional Black Caucus there was actually directing the white Democrat liberal governor, Newsom, to actually give some of their people some of the reparations funding. He exposed that they sent Newsom a letter. Your black congressional folk out there, your black legislators that was playing with you, making y'all think that they were going to get the reparations so far. And when the bill got all the way, when it was time for it to go to the floor so they could take the next official step, they reneged. And it took a Republican to call their bluff by bringing it to the floor to expose the Democrats for playing with us. Talk back to me, somebody. Yeah, them. There needs to be an investigation for multiple reasons. Who's putting this money up? Why did they ask for people, private money and funding to come for us? They're outraged about what's happening to illegals, unlawful criminals for 60 days. But they don't care what's happening for us for 200, 300, and 400 years. California, I'm planning a trip there for a Black Town Hall. If you want to learn more about that or be notified when it goes down, be sure to join my email list on my website. Also, you can learn about my other products and services and how I'm expanding my empire by subscribing to my email list at VickiPlanet.com. That's VickiPlanet.com. I can't wait to hear what y'all have to say about this. We got to take real action, and we got to hold them deeply accountable for everything that they did against us. Talk black to me, somebody. My name is Vicki Dillard. I can't wait to see you.